Oh, and for I need to get in the habit of saying like an intro, like all the big YouTubers do. Hi, my name is Primp and Proper, and if you are new to my channel, I do lifestyle. Hi, it's your girl Primp and Proper, and if you're new to my channel, do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Here we focus on lifestyle, vlogs, inspiration, beauty, hauls, and all that good stuff, and definitely big energy. Okay. Poop. Was that good? So I got a couple of things when I went to the mall the other day. Just want to show you guys pretty quickly, because we got to get into this video, honey. But this is a couple of things I got from Morphe. Of course, I went to Sephora to get my birthday gift, and I actually chose the skincare, the Laneige, whatever skincare stuff. You know, sure. So I put this in my little box. I need some eye stuff. And I went to Morphe and I got this luminous setting spray because I like the NYX, the NYX one, but I'm gonna try to use that one. I don't really like the smell too much because I don't like wearing fragrances on my face, but it seems to do the job. And I got this. I don't know why I bought this travel size one when I usually have the big one, but whatever. Put this in mine. And I got this lip plumper. It says "Make It Big" in the color Big Pink Energy. It is so cute. Wait, let me open it. I had already tried it on too. It's pretty small now that I think about it. Okay. I might wear that today. And then I went in for some eyebrow pencil as well as I got a lip liner. But I also got, okay. So this is a micro brow pencil in the color Java. This is a color pencil. So I guess I can use it for my eyes and my lips. And this is Trendsetter. Yeah. And this one is eyeliner pencil, and it's brown liner because I need brown liner because my Pat McGrath liner is finished. So I might wear this tonight. So I think I'm gonna put these two on. So I don't think I want to record my makeup look because I'm just gonna do something pretty simple so I can record this life update video for you guys. So I might just skip through this part if you guys don't mind. I'm trying to get a hang of it because when I watch my videos, I'm like, I need some kind of order. Okay, order in the house. Okay, so what is this? Let me not, because all these little pencils look the same, so I'm just trying not to put, so this is my brow pencil. So I think I'm going to do a no foundation look, of course. You know the vibes. So I don't know how this light looks, and I'm not gonna know how this light looks in my video. This light is so bright and it's like really messing with my eyes. I'm not gonna know until I upload. So that's scary. And I have my mic, you guys, so this is how I plan on. I'm gonna move everything out the way, and I'm gonna have my mic here, you know, so you guys can really hear me when I do this life update, okay? Because I always wanted to be on TV, and they always told me in my media school that I have a voice of someone that needs to be on radio. So I think this mic is perfect. Yeah, I think it's perfect. So that's the whole look. So every time we do our girl talks, it's going to be on the mic. The big girl talk is going to be on the mic. So that's what that segment is going to be called, and I'm going to try to organize my YouTube into sections so you guys can really click through, like, okay, when I do my girl talks, the hauls, and vlogs. So I'm gonna put those in like folders or whatever. Not folders, it's called something on YouTube. You know, you guys get what I'm saying. Okay, so let's get started. You guys remember, I'm not recording this part. This part is gonna be cut off. Okay, it's going to be cut off. You guys, bruh. I'm not in pain, but girl, I got this like the waist belt thing on. Woo! Trying to snatch my waist because I might go out. Bye, you guys. Okay, I'll be back. I will be back. Okay, so now I am back. My face is beat, you guys. Let me make sure I have full focus. Like I have a mirror right here. But it's your girl, Prim and Proper, back. Well, y'all already know I'm back. Got my makeup. Did my own makeup. How y'all like it? It's cute, very natural. No foundation, just contour and highlight. You know what I'm saying? You know the vibe. Make sure no lipstick on my teeth. Teeth look real white. Oh my goodness, you guys. So I just started my mic. But you guys were able to hear me on the camera. So this is the mic is on. The mic is on, y'all. So I was on live while I was doing my makeup. That's what kind of took me so long. But I started crying. So I just know, I'm just going to give you guys the heads up. I'm an emotional being. I don't care how hard you guys think I am. I'm an emotional person. And that's why I'm so passionate. I think I am going to cry. If I already cried on that live, hopefully, you know, may the Lord be with me. But let me not focus so much talking into the mic. My voice can project. I hope you guys like this setup with the whole mic thing. So this is where like all my girl talks will be on, featuring my mic. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Got my water here. I'm so prepared. And if I don't mess up my makeup, I will have time to go out tonight for dinner. Okay. So life update. I didn't really want it to be a Q&A, but I did ask some questions. Some people did have some questions for me on Instagram, according to my life update. So I'm going to answer some of the questions, and it kind of will tie in with everything I'm talking about. The first question is, how was your transition in Houston? My transition was kind of hard because I kept getting roadblocks because of a favor I did for someone like a couple years ago, and that really tarnished my name. Don't sign nothing for nobody. Don't put nothing under your name for nobody. I don't care if it's your mama. Okay. So that kind of tarnished my name a little bit. No matter how good my credit is, it kind of like tarnished my name. So I kept getting roadblocks. I kept getting denials and things like that. So the transition was a little hard because of that. But I was very persistent. I was very adamant about moving out of Florida, so I would not give up. And I told God in my last prayer, after getting my last denial and applying for the place I live now, I said, if this doesn't, I said, God, I didn't even say if this doesn't go through, because I was so adamant about moving to Houston and moving out of Florida because I wanted change so bad. I said, God, I pray that this happen. I pray that this application is approved. I pray that I'm able to move. I pray that I get everything I want in a place. I even started writing down exactly how I wanted the place to look, how I wanted my apartment to look, down to the kind of entry I wanted. Like, I didn't want a key. I wanted a key fob. I wrote that down. I wanted walk-in closets. I got 2 walk-in closets. I wanted a balcony. I got a large balcony. I wanted storage space. I got a storage space. I wanted a nice community. I got just that. So everything just started to align once those things were written down. And still I was kind of scared because I'm usually an optimistic person, but recently I think I've been pessimistic. So I was like not trying to congratulate myself or be too happy because I was like hoping for the worst. But the transition was not easy, and especially I'm still transitioning because I have to move my businesses over here. And that's been a total, I don't even want to get into that, but definitely still transitioning. But once you want something so bad, you're going to do whatever it takes to get there. The next question is power of prayer in mental health. Those are synonymous to each other. I don't even know if I said that word right, but prayer is one thing and your mental health is another, because you can be a prayer warrior and still be mentally I don't want to say mentally challenged. That's not the word I'm looking for. Still be having mental health issues. So definitely prayer is very important because that's how you stay grounded. That's how you communicate with God. I just It's just so powerful to speak a life, because you're not going to go into prayer speaking down on yourself or your situation. You're going to go in there asking and leaving with faith, like knowing that whatever you prayed for, you're going to be a recipient to. I hope so. Don't be praying and then worrying at the same time. That's not how it works. And your mental health, definitely do the things that is needed to be more mentally stable, like going to seek help, getting a therapist, doing the work. I feel like physical activity does help with mental health, because it's something, mind, body, and soul. It's something that has to connect. Like when you work out, it's producing adrenaline, and it's toxins are leaving your body. So I feel like working out and doing the research on what your issue is, and definitely going to see somebody, to sit on somebody's couch. Okay, do not be scared to sit on somebody's couch. The next one is go deeper into what it took you to take risks, betting on yourself. I got tired. I'm gonna go into that question because I know that question ties into. I want to get into that later because I think that is what's going to make me cry. So let's come back to that. What YouTubers do you plan or would you like to collab with, if that's something you're interested in? I never really thought about collabing with anyone. Well, yes, I did. Jackie Aina, but she's in LA. I love her. I wouldn't mind collabing with her, but I know, yeah, I don't mind her. Definitely none of the YouTubers I really watch are from Houston. So the next one is Kyra. I love her as well. Aaliyah's Face. I love her. Who else? I think I'm missing a few, but those are some people I would like. Oh, and Naturally Mary. I love her. She's actually in Dallas. So those are a couple. I don't know what me and Naturally Mary would do, though, because I know she's into hair and stuff. I don't know how to do hair, but she's inspirational as well. So I don't know. What made you choose Houston to relocate? Because I always wanted to move, right? But I was like, oh, Atlanta. I like the vibe of Atlanta. I like the nightlife, the lounges, the good food. You know, I'm a foodie. But you cannot go to Atlanta as a single woman. You got to bring your own man. No tea, no shade. No tea, no shade. But, and let's just be real. It's not looking good for the single woman. And I'm not saying Houston is any better, but I think I have a better chance here than Atlanta. I'm just saying. So, and when I came to visit Houston, I felt like it gave me that Atlanta vibe, where the lounges, the good food, but less of that. And more of, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I liked. And that's why I was like, okay, let me try Houston, because it gives me that same black excellence and, that kind of thing. And I love that. So that's why I chose Houston, because I visited Austin before. I used to always come here to visit my friend. And Austin gave me homely. That's where you seen the people with the cowboy boots and stuff. And it reminds, like, when you're ready to settle down with your family. That's what Austin gives me. I haven't visited Dallas because it was out of Houston or Dallas. But I was like, I didn't even bother to visit Dallas once I visited Houston, and I was doing my research as well, YouTube videos, watching other people's YouTube videos, and I just chose Houston. And I was like, I can always move to Dallas. It's 3 hours away if I really want to relocate there and try it out. What makes you thrive to be good? Just wanting more out of life. I can't even explain it, because what I aim for, what I want from life, no one in my family, my immediate family, has that. So, and it's not like I seen it growing up really, but it's something on the inside of me, and I thank God for it. Is that I just always aimed for more and wanted more out of life. I wanted luxury, not just luxury like things you see behind me. No, not that luxury of having not to worry about money and being able to give to people freely and not worry about, oh, if I'm gonna go broke or if I'm gonna be having money to pay my bills if I give this away. Like if you let somebody borrow something, like if they give it back to me, it's a blessing. If they don't, it doesn't hurt me. So being free, living an abundant life, what the Bible talks about and what I hear people preach about many times, and a lot of people not living that. So I just want to thrive to be a better person as well on the inside out, because I see this world is very crazy and it has a lot of messed up people. Next, self-love and putting your needs before any and everything else. Okay, so I'm gonna ask them that later, because yeah, your business, how life has been in your 30s so far, dating in your 30s. Okay, so those last 3 questions, I'm going to pretty much sum it up in my whole summary of life update. So for those of you who asked, why did I move to Houston? I know the question was, why did I choose Houston to relocate? But let's get into why I moved from Florida to Houston with no family and friends. By myself, which is crazy. But I moved because 2020 was definitely a roller coaster for me. Definitely was a roller coaster. I was going through a lot. I witnessed death in front of me. People just were dying, and I was in a vulnerable state where I went back to some things in my past that I thought I was over, and God had to show me like, sis, you're not over this. And yeah, it really showed me who I was. I don't even want to say who I was, because you guys, I see a therapist. So I beat myself up a lot. So my therapist was telling me that I was in a vulnerable state, so give myself some kind of leeway. You know what I'm saying? But definitely, let me go back to the questions and answer those questions, because then it'll make more sense, because I feel like I'm like, oh. Okay, so self-love and putting your needs before any and everything else. I really believe that I love myself, especially letting go of old relationships, getting saved, going to church. Not that that signifies self-love, but I felt like I was doing the work in bettering myself and becoming a better person, and ridding myself of my old ways. And you guys know from my past videos, if you haven't watched my past videos where I talked about celibacy, I was 5 years, last year had made it, May of last year, made it 5 years of me being celibate, waiting for marriage. And I'm gonna keep it real with y'all, that was broken last year after May. And I wanted to come on here. I just was waiting for the right time to come on here and let you guys know that. I feel like I owe it to you guys, because if I'm preaching about, why is it important to wait and the benefits of waiting for your husband, when I felt ashamed. I felt like I let you guys down. I felt like I let myself down. I felt I let the girls that look up to me down, and I didn't feel like I was worthy enough to even give any more kind of like inspiration or advice. I felt like I was dirty, that how could I let, and especially like someone from my past, someone who I knew, it wasn't somebody new, trick me up off the streets like that. That's how I felt. So definitely knowing that this walk is not easy, and I think I put my strength in myself, and knowing, and like I forgot about that I need God to do everything. Like I cannot, like when they say the saying is no one is exempt, and do not test yourself. And you have to know your own weaknesses and you need God for your weaknesses. Yeah, I kind of underestimated all of that. And I feel like a part of me, once that person came back into my life, I was like, okay, well, maybe I should test this out, because after all these years, if my feelings have not changed, maybe, and this person came to me differently. Like, he was on some other stuff. He was even talking about marriage at one point, a little bit, sprinkling some things he has never done in the past. So I'm like, okay, if he's back in my life, I'm just gonna take the risk and try it out and go back and see what this is about, and whatever lesson I need to learn. If it's not gonna work, I'm gonna learn a lesson, and this is gonna be the last lesson I learn from this situation. I'm gonna completely close the door and walk away. And baby, was that a roller coaster? Oh my God. I think that was the craziest thing I ever done, is wait for somebody to hurt me. Because I wanted to prove something to myself, or really wanted to get that last thing out of me. I don't know. I can't even explain it. That was crazy. Last year was crazy. So I realized that and once I started going to therapy, because that situation pushed me to go to therapy, because I wanted to understand how could I be back in this place. So, and I'm not gonna blame that person for, oh, that's my speaker, you guys. Ignore that. But I'm not gonna blame that person. I always look into myself, like I need to think deeper, like what it is about me that still is attracted, or still feels like I want this person, or the idea of being in a relationship. Because if it's not him, it's going to be somebody else to do me wrong, and I'm going to just stay after so many years. So going to therapy, I realized that I have codependency issues, and that stems from my childhood, because I watch I hope y'all don't hear that. That's my neighbors or people outside. I don't know, they're so loud. But that's what I was basically that's what I basically saw growing up. So with that self-love, I realized that I was doing the work, right? But the fact that that's where the mental health goes into play, because church can only show you so much. They're not going to teach you, but they're going to teach you Bible principle, the things of God. But when it comes to you as an individual, everybody deals with things differently. Everybody sees a relationship differently and copes with things differently. So I wasn't dealing with the issues that I had. So I kind of like, you know how like when you're cleaning your room and you just throw everything in a closet and you close the door, and your room looks clean, but the mess is really in the closet. And if all somebody got to do is open the closet and see how much of a hoarder you are, a messy person you are, a dirty person you are. So I just think the fact that I didn't sit on someone's couch before, while I was being like, during that 5-year span, I didn't sit on anyone's couch when I was going through my healing process. So I really didn't know what to tackle. I didn't really know, okay, the reason why I stayed with that person so long, even after he showed me who he was, is because I have codependency issues. The reason why I say is because I love that person more than I love myself, and I needed that person to love me. It doesn't even matter if that person didn't even show me the same love back, is that I wanted the relationship to work so bad that it made me look crazy. And when you love yourself, you're not going to put yourself in compromising situations. So last year, that relationship taught me that I did not love myself on the level that God intended me to. You're supposed to love yourself enough to walk away from dead situations, to walk away from situations that hurt you, walk away from people, places, and things that don't value you. And I wasn't valued in that situation, and I still stayed. And a part of me felt like, is this as good as it gets? Is this the best that God has for me? And this is what I'm comfortable with. And why am I comfortable with this? When it tears me down, when it doesn't add to me, when I can't grow from this. Any relationship that you cannot grow from, you know it's not for you. Let me repeat that. Any relationship you know that you cannot grow from, or you realize you cannot grow from, is not for you. it's time to cut ties. Once you realize that you're growing and you being with that person, and that you being with that person only takes away from you, or you have to dim your light, or you have to dim who you are, or it just drains you. You know it's not. It expired. You're supposed to learn the lesson. Because I don't take nothing by chance. Every person in your life plays a part in your story. So it's just their time is expired, and knowing when the time with that person expired, and having the strength to walk away. Having the strength to walk away and stay. Close the door completely. That's when you know you've mastered self-love, because you're not putting anything and anyone above you. So the question was, I guess they're asking me. I'm still going through my process, but I feel like I'm a lot farther than where I've come, because I've walked away. I even moved to a whole new state, and away from my friends and family, and I want to see what God can do in my life. I didn't want to, I wanted change so bad that I didn't care what it took. I don't care what I had to do. I don't care how crazy it may have looked. I don't care how many people were telling me, don't do it. Oh my God, what are you going to? I didn't care. I wanted it so bad because I was tired of my life looking like how it was. I wanted to see God's fruits. I wanted to live freely. I didn't want to be heartbroken. I felt like I've been heartbroken my whole 20s. And I was 30. I just had a birthday. I'm 31 now. But I was 30. And I was still going through this. And I was like, oh no, my 30s is not going to look like my 20s. Hell no. Sorry, y'all. But heck no. My 30s will not look like my 20s. So if I have to take the risk in moving to a whole new state where I'm isolated kind of much, like I'm away from my comfort zone, so be it. Because I wanted something better for my life. And being in that environment where I'm still in Florida, and I felt uneasy. I felt like seeing the same things kind of reminded me of certain situations in my life. And I didn't want to be reminded of my past anymore. And I'm an overthinker. So I would overthink about a lot of things, especially that situation, because it drew me so far away. Like I felt like I was about to lose my mind. Thank God I didn't. It wasn't like how when I first came to Christ, I was still like, because I had a prayer. I had a prayer life. So that's what kept me. But I was definitely depressed. But I wasn't as depressed as last time. Like, that's why I thank God for prayers. That's why prayer is so important, because it will keep you. It will keep you. Go deeper into what took you to take risks. So, yeah, okay, I talked about that, right? The risk thing. Yeah, I didn't care what it took. I didn't. I didn't care that I wasn't going to be around my friends and family, because I felt like I had to do this for myself. Because nobody is going to have me like how I have me. And knowing that I have nothing to lose. I'm not going to allow fear to control my life. And that's so crazy, because that was the message that I gave myself for my 28th birthday. If you guys look back when I went skydiving, don't let fear control your life. But there was still some things that I was fearful about that I didn't let go, that I didn't even realize that I was fearful about. And God had to show me that. Like, this situation opened my eyes to a lot, and I'm thankful for it now, because it has me where I am right now. If that would have never happened, I think I would have still been in Florida, so comfortable. Yeah, doing a little something. But this was definitely a faith move, okay? And I've only dreamt and thought about moving to another state for years. Since I was like 20 years old, I thought about moving to another state and living my life. And I don't have any kids, you guys, so I feel like, what's holding me back? There's nothing holding me back. I don't want to live life wondering, what if it would have worked? What if I would have moved? What if? No, I want to do it. And It doesn't work. What did I learn? Never think, oh, what if it doesn't work? No. It's going to work because you're gonna go, you're gonna learn something, you're gonna meet new people, you're gonna have new memories. So it's gonna work. Everything is going to work. You're going to have new experiences, and that's what life is about, is new experiences, learning from new experiences as well. So I feel like, what am I waiting for? I took a risk last year and look where it brought me. I have nothing to lose. Nothing to lose. And dating in my 30s, like I said, I went back to my ex. I don't even know if I want to call him an ex, but I went back to someone from my past. So that's the last person I pretty much dated. Very much ghetto. That whole experience was very much ghetto. But I'm telling you guys, I'm happy. I'm going through my healing process because I need to go deeper. I realize that healing is a lot. Healing is an up and down kind of thing, where sometimes you're not going to want to do the work, but it's necessary for you to do the work. And you have to go, it's daily. Some days you're not going to want to do it. And some days I feel like I don't want to talk about it. I just want to get over it. I don't want to think about it. I don't want to talk about it. Like, even when I go into therapy, I don't want to talk about this anymore. And my therapist had to let me know, like, this is the process that you have to go through to heal, because you have to talk about it. That's how you heal from it, is talking about it. I felt like it's some sort of weakness if I keep talking about it. Like, I feel like this person kind of owns my life because I keep talking about the situation and reliving it, and I just want to be free. I just want to get over it. And he's like, no, that's not what it is. You talking about it is you're gonna heal from it. So I'm healing, you guys, and it feels good. Definitely, I think the biggest part is forgiving myself. And wondering, like, why me? But I don't want to even live in self-pity, to know that it's just everything works together. And sometimes bad things have to happen for good things to happen, which is so ironic and so like, but that's just the way life happens. That's just how life works. I'm saying, but I'm telling you, the risk that you're afraid to take is the very thing that's going to change your life for the better. Because anything attached to fear, I feel like that's exactly where God needs you to go. Because fear is made up. Fear is not real. That's something you made up in your mind. It didn't happen yet. So why are you afraid? Why are you questioning yourself? It didn't happen. So that fear is made up. So if you don't do it, you'll never know. And if you're thinking about it, it's worth giving it a try, because where did that thought come from? If you believe in God, if you believe in divine power, but I believe in Jesus Christ. But if you believe in higher power, where do you think that thought comes from? You just think it comes out the blue. It's just a thought, and I think you should act on it. I think the risk is what sets you apart. The risk is what sets you apart from breaking generational curses, because the people in your lineage, the people in your generations did not complete it. Nobody did it. So God passed it along to you to do it. And if you don't do it, then it's going to be passed down to your kids. And if they don't do it, then it's their kids. And it's just that generational curse that keeps happening. If nobody, and it's not just, like, everything's a risk. Even like this whole healing process is a risk. My camera just turned off. So if I don't go through the healing process of healing from my past and recognizing how to cope with codependency issues, my daughter or my son is going to have the same issues. Yeah. So that's going to still be passed down. So if I don't break that right now, that's going to follow my children, my future children. And I refuse for my daughter to go through anything I have gone through in relationships. So if I need to go through the work, go do the work, no matter how hard it is, no matter how distasteful it may seem sometimes, how much tears I have to shed, it's all worth the risk. Me moving from Florida to Houston was a risk I'm happy I took. And I'm getting used to Houston, you guys. You know, it feels like home. Because when I go back and visit Florida, I'm always like, oh, I can't wait to go home. And Houston is what I call home now. So I'm so proud of myself I didn't cry, because I was definitely crying on that IG live. And I had prayed like, God, I do not want to cry. Yeah. So this pretty much sums it up. This is where my life is. I'm working on expanding my businesses, so we can make that show money, so I can have a lot more, those kind of stuff, fancy stuff. I like luxury. I feel like every girl should have some sort of luxury. I'm not saying, everybody has their own taste, things, but whatever you find luxury in, whether it be going to the salon every 3 days, washing your hair, your locks, if that's what you find luxury, going to buy whatever book you want, I feel like every girl should experience some kind of luxury at their own expense. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm so happy I didn't cry. I think I got all my tears out on Instagram live. Sorry, you guys. If you guys missed it, I don't know if you guys thought I was going to cry. I thought I was. I don't know if you guys are disappointed I didn't cry. But you shouldn't be. Like, come on. Why you want to see me cry? Why you want me to cry off my makeup? And let me touch back on the whole celibacy thing. I was definitely really ashamed that I went to someone who hurt me so bad. And it's not until I let go of certain people. Let me not say certain people. I'm just gonna keep it 100 with you guys. It's not until I let go of that person that's when things started. I was able to It's not until once I let go of that person from my life, it's like something in me just turned. That I was willing, and I'm pretty sure it was fueled by bitterness a little bit, anger, and heartbreak. You know how some people say that a woman works best under pressure, or under, like, a woman that's heartbroken, like, her glow up is even greater because she's heartbroken. She's working off of that. I feel like that's the kind of person I was, like, so motivated to do more, to see my finances grow. Like, I was willing to take risks, and I was willing to be uncomfortable because I wanted change. And that definitely pushed me into making great business decisions where I was able to become more financially free. But I was still heartbroken. I was still kind of, I don't want to say bitter, but I was still beating myself up of how could I go back? If I knew better, like, that's what my thing was. If I knew better, you guys know I know better. I talk to you guys about relationships all the time. I was even recording videos during last year. I was recording videos. How do you know if he doesn't want you? And I was with someone who did not want me, who did not love me the way I loved him. And when I think about the way I was treated, it kind of makes me feel like, why did I stay? What made me stay in a situation like that, and I wasn't even treated my best? I even treat myself better than that, and I know what I want. I'm not a person that doesn't know what she wants. I know what I want. So why am I settling for something that's mediocre, that's something that's not for me? It's not belittling that person. That person is a great person, but that person was not for me. He was not for me, and I knew this in my heart, and in my spirit was telling me, go. My spirit was so uncomfortable that it was times that I would be with him and I'll be laying with him and I would just be crying. I remember it was one time like I was just uneasy. I was like with him like most of the day, and I had stepped out to like talk on the phone with my cousin. I was telling my cousin what I was going through in my mind, and she was like, this is your process. You have to go through this. God has you here for a reason. And it was ultimately for me to learn myself. And I'm so happy that that situation, it's a bittersweet kind of thing because I'm happy that it happened with him. Because if it was been someone else, I don't know how I would take it. I don't even want to say it would if it was someone else, because I don't think it would have been someone else. Because with someone, when it's other, like when I've dated other men, I know my boundaries. I know what I want, and I don't settle, and that's why I'm so quick to cut them off. But with him, it was like he was my weakness. I couldn't tell him no. I don't want to say I couldn't tell him no, but it's just like I couldn't fully walk away from him. I was with someone who didn't want me, and that itself was hurtful and demeaning to my character and I felt like my self-worth. But what I had to realize, my self-worth is not tied to him, it's tied to me. So me walking away from that situation kind of built up my confidence, because my confidence was shattered. I felt less than. I felt like I felt broken, definitely broken. And I think that's exactly where God needed me to be. Because remember that metaphor I just gave where the room looks clean, but the trash and all the messiness is in the closet. And God had to make me realize the mess in the closet, that I wasn't fully healed. Because I came into 2020, because 2019 I didn't date. So I came into 2020 hopeful, and I prayed like, I'm going to put myself out there. I'm on a date. I'm ready to, meet my husband. Because I was never adamant about marriage. Like, I was adamant about marriage, but I was not in a rush to meet my husband because I felt like there's so much more I have to do as an individual. But I came into 2020 with that mindset. So the enemy knows that too. But one thing about God, the enemy will send the wrong people. But one thing about God, he will use something bad that happened to you and turn it around for your good. So although, yes, probably the enemy sent him my way, who knows, whatever, but God turned it around for my good because I was able to see myself in that situation. I was able to see that I have a lot more work to do and I needed to get to the depth of it. So when my next relationship, I don't have to settle that bad. These things won't occur. I know me. And knowing yourself is so important, because some people will see your weakness before you do, and they'll use that for their advantage. So don't allow your weaknesses to be a disadvantage, because it's not. Once you know your weaknesses, you can strengthen them. And that's what God is for. Because don't think you can do it alone, child. Do not think so. Do not. No one is exempt. I don't care how powerful or how grounded in the Bible or what title you have. I don't care, honey. No one is exempt. Trust me, because I didn't know how the heck I was where I was last year, child. But to God be all the glory. To God be all the glory. You know that TikTok say, you been good to me. Yes, God. Look at my life now, and I just want to thank God. And I pray that if anyone that is listening to the sound of my voice, if you're going through anything mentally, spiritually, if you're dealing with depression, a broken heart, if you're dealing with decisions on or worried about decisions, about your life or whether you should take that risk, do it. God is going to lead you to something great. As long as it aligns with who you are as a person or it aligns with God's word. And sometimes I feel like, let me talk to my little people, my Christian people. Sometimes you don't need to ask God for confirmation. You know why? Because if it's a faith move, I believe God is going to honor that. You know how it says in the Bible, ask and you shall receive. Ask God to bless it and go for it. You don't need to ask God for permission. If you know you're called to something, if you want better for your life, especially if you want better for your life, why would God not want to bless that? Why would you have to ask God for confirmation? Oh, I need confirmation whether to go. If it's a faith move, why wouldn't God honor it? It's going to teach you something. I have went into many. Let me give you an example. I remember it was this business I wanted to join, right? And it was $1,000 to join. And I felt like this business was going to make me a multimillionaire. And it didn't end up falling through. But let me tell you how I felt like. I was like, God, I need $1,000. The week that I needed that money, I got paid. And the boss I used to work for gave me $3,000 on top of my check. It was not a holiday or anything. I had $3,000 on top of my check, and my check was $1,200. So I got 2 checks that day. And the business did not end up working, but did that mean that God didn't honor it? That was a risk I was willing to take. Even though I didn't make that money back, but it was a risk I was willing to take. I learned from that situation, and I learned the power of, if I want it, God is going to give it to me. I believed that God was going to provide, and he did. And sometimes it probably was supposed to work. Those people probably didn't do what they were supposed to do. They didn't hold their end of the bargain. They didn't, but God still honored it. God still provided. So if it's a faith move, do it. If it's a risk you're willing to take, do it. Stop sleeping on yourself, sis. Stop sleeping on yourself, bro. Don't do it. But I'm in a better place right now. I'm going to leave this video on a positive note. It's all good vibes over here. It's all good vibes. Okay? All good vibes. Let me back up from the mic. I hope I'm not yelling in you guys' ear. This is new. Okay? Just bear with me while I get my setup together. But you guys, it's all 2022 is in a couple of months. And I heard it's like less than 100 days. Ooh, excuse me. We have work to do. And I can't wait to give you guys a life update like 6 months from now. Because I know my life is going to be in a way much better place. Because that word I received today on live at church transformed me. And you just have to do the work. You just have to get up and show up. Even when you don't feel like it, you have to do it. And that's the part right there. Even when you don't feel like it, you have to do it. Because if you do it only when you feel like it, it's not going to get done. Because 9 out of 10, we all deal with stuff. You're not going to do it. So do it when you don't feel like it. And watch your life change. I'm so sorry this video was so long. Oh my God, I love you guys. Thank you. Thank you for watching. It's your girl, Primpin' Proper. Do not forget to like, comment, subscribe. And love you guys. Bye. Okay, I think I'm gonna make dinner. Not make it myself. I think I'm gonna go out. Okay. I didn't melt my makeup. I feel good. My baby hairs is a struggle. Okay, bye y'all. Happy Sunday.